Vkernel is experiencing rapid growth as the company has expanded its solutions. Its products reclaim wasted IT infrastructure resources, improve virtual machine density, document the virtualized environment, provide chargeback visibility, and simulate additions and changes with modeling tools. The company helps customers plan, scale, and deploy virtualization with confidence, knowing that they have the visibility and knowledge of their environment, and helps them to overcome the typical roadblocks that can stall further virtualization deployments. I recently had the pleasure of sitting down with Alex Backman, founder and CEO of Vkernel, discussing virtualization hurdles, optimization, and how customers can get started using Vkernel solutions. So Alex, it wasn't long ago that we were looking at server virtualization, wondering if people were even going to adopt it. Now it's not a matter of if, it's really a matter of when. At ESG, we like to encourage crawl, walk, run type of scenario as that people mature their virtualization environments. But what's happening is we're finding people are forgetting about or thinking about optimization efficiency until after the fact or when it's needed most as they mature their environment. How is Vkernel helping people think optimization efficiency early on in their virtualization deployments?
It's an excellent question, Mark. So, as you know, most environments at this stage are about 15 to 20% virtualized. And the first 15-20%, not surprisingly, was relatively easy. Right? People bought a modest amount of hardware, began virtualizing their environment, went for the low-hanging fruit. File servers, print servers, that sort of thing. So what's happening out there right now is people are trying to figure out how they're going to virtualize 60, 70, 80% of their environment. And what's become very apparent to many is that they really need to optimize their environment first before they can think about how to virtualize 70 to 80%. And the reason being is, as you know, a lot of environments have been suffering through virtual machine sprawl, right? The very thing that makes it so easy to create servers, it doesn't take 3 weeks anymore, is what created a lot of unnecessary junk in people's environments, right? People have created too many VMs, too many templates, too many snapshots. People have over-allocated resources, largely due to the fact there's no visibility to what a virtual machine actually needs. So when people convert physical to virtual, the natural tendency is to over-allocate resources. And so all of these factors really have contributed to lack of optimization in the environment, a lot of wasted storage, a lot of storage I/O issues as people are adding more and more VMs. And before an organization can optimize, think about growing their environment to 70, 80% virtualization, the key question is, what is it going to cost us? And it's very apparent to most organizations that unless they take the time to get a handle on their environment, optimize their environment, optimize use of hardware, optimize the management processes, that to grow to 70 to 80% is going to be a very expensive proposition in terms of additional hardware that they need to purchase. It will be a very expensive proposition in terms of time and effort, and just the plain day-to-day management, the human cost of managing an environment that's sub-optimized is just too great. So what we do at Vkernel is essentially offer our customers visibility into their VMware environment, the kind of visibility that will enable them to really optimize both hardware and people resources. We show our customers where they are experiencing waste in storage, in servers, memory. We show our customers where they're experiencing performance bottlenecks and offer them concrete techniques for resolving these bottlenecks.
So it looks like Vkernel is really something that IT operations, IT virtualization administrators really want to have Vkernel as part of their toolbox. But how are you helping customers recognize that they need Vkernel or recognize the features of Vkernel and how it can help them before they hit some of these bottlenecks you talk about?
That's an excellent point, Mark. Management in general, operational readiness, as I'm sure you know, is always an afterthought. So while we try to be as proactive as possible, just the nature of human beings is such that, unless you have felt some of the pain, some of the growing pain in the environment, you don't really understand, why optimization is so important. So I'm looking for all kinds of help to help people figure out proactively how to address these issues. But I would say safely, the majority of our customers are organizations that have run VMware for a period of about 6+ months and already experience some of the growing pains in trying to grow their environment.
But the reality is, Alex, that virtualization tools come with management and visibility tools into that virtualized environment out of the box. How are vkernel tools different, and how are you helping bridge the gap between what the virtualization vendor provides and what vkernel provides?
Absolutely. So if you look at the history of computing, a platform vendor, IBM, Microsoft, Sun, doesn't matter who, never really succeeded as a systems management vendor. It's very easy for platform creators to think about new features and functions rather than what is it going to take operationally to manage these products in the real world, right? That's why systems management is a multi-billion-dollar marketplace. When you have companies like BMCs and CAs of the world, right, that have revenues in excess of $1 billion in management products. It's operational readiness, operational management is always an afterthought. And VMware will sort of repeat the cycle. While there are and there will be more bundled in tools that will help VMware administrators and managers get rudimentary level of visibility and understand performance at a rudimentary level. There's always an opportunity for a third party to offer these products at a much more comprehensive capability. Plus, the fact is that as virtualization gets more and more adopted, VMware hypervisor is not always going to be the only hypervisor, practically speaking, out there. Microsoft environment is growing very quickly, right? Citrix downloads of Xen server are gaining grounds. So a third-party offering that can manage a variety of hypervisors and can do a much better job, and frankly is the only credible solution that is hypervisor agnostic, that can give customers one set of tools that works exactly the same way, seamlessly, regardless of the hypervisor platform.
So whether customers have a mature virtualization deployment where they have a virtualized first policy across the business, or they're very early on in their virtualization thinking, how can IT operations, IT virtualization administrators get their hands on vkernel and start seeing some of the benefits?
Absolutely. So if you're very early on and you're beginning to think about virtualizing your environment or begin to think about how am I going to scale this virtualized environments, we have a variety of excellent white papers on our website that people can download. If you are further along in your evaluation process and you would like to try our software hands-on, it's all available for free trial download from our website. Very quick, streamlined process. All of our products are virtual appliances, so it's a very straightforward process of getting it up and running in your environment. And the best way to see any product is to try it for yourself.